It's now time for Trivia Tracks with yours truly, Price Robertson. This edition of Trivia Tracks is brought to you by ProMed Ambulance Services, care you can count on, and Beth Smith at Edward Jones. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Ever heard of Sam Houston? Not that Sam Houston, but one of the biggest stars of wrestling in the 80s. He was born Michael Marvy Smith in Waco, Texas on October 11, 1963. His father, Grizzly Smith, was also a professional wrestler, as was his half-brother Jake the Snake Roberts and his sister Rockin Robin. He debuted in 1983, initially competing in Florida. In 1985, he joined Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, where he was billed as a protege of Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA, which made him a target for the Four Horsemen. They finally got to him in the summer of 1985, when Tully Blanchard, Ole Anderson, and Arn Anderson broke his arm, though kayfabe, during a six-man tag team match. After feuding with Black Bart and tag teaming with Nelson Royal, Sam Houston found work in Central States Wrestling and the UWF until 1987, when he joined WWF. 1 year earlier, he exchanged vows with Nicola Roberts, alias Baby Doll, then serving as Tully Blanchard's valet. He was undefeated in his first month, defeating Terry Gibbs, Steve Lombardi, and others at TV taping dart matches and arena shows. His first loss came to new rival Bam Bam Bigelow at a house show in Jackson, Mississippi. He teamed up with Ted DiBiase against One Man Gang and Ron Bass. However, the team lost when DiBiase turned on Houston. Perhaps his biggest win in the WWF was in the summer of 1988, when he defeated Joe LeDuc. He briefly tag-teamed with Hillbilly Jim and joined up with the Ultimate Warrior, the Blue Blazer, otherwise known as Owen Hart, Jim Brunzell, and Brutus Beefcake, in a winning effort against Hockey Talk Man, Greg Valentine, Ron Bass, Bad News Brown, and Danny Davis in the second annual Survivor Series. His last WWF match was against the Barbarian in Salt Lake City, Utah, in February 1991. Later that year, he briefly joined WCW, where he lost to Ric Flair for the company's World Championship. He bounced around the independent circuit until 1993, when he returned to WCW for a year, and returned to the independents in 1994, where he has remained since. Outside the ring, he and his first wife divorced after 8 years of marriage. In August 2005, just as Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, destroying the Smith family home in the process, Sam Houston, or Michael Smith, was sentenced to 10 years in prison for repeated DUI arrests. By 2009, he was released from prison and resurfaced in the indie wrestling scene in Louisiana. In 2021, he moved back to North Carolina, where he has family roots on his mother's side. That year, he married his second and current wife, Kimberly Austin, with whom he has one stepdaughter, Michaela. Till next time, I'm Price Robertson. Amazed by today's trivia? Then join me for Trivia Tracks weekdays at 6:45 on Everybody's Country Y95.